Good morning, people. Hello and welcome to the 100th vlog episode of the India Darshan travel series. Over the past 100 episodes of the series, we have been to numerous parts of India and explored a whole bunch of places, be it touristic, non-touristic, offbeat, onbeat, whatever you want to call it. So we've been around. And today we are in Bhuj. If you saw the previous vlog episode, I did a road trip, came to Bhuj in the evening and rested for most of the rest of the night. But today we are gonna go out and about and start exploring. So right behind me is the entrance to the Bhootnath Mahadev temple. Came here later in the evening. The temple is really beautiful, but didn't get a chance to go in last night. So we're gonna go there, get the blessings first, and then we're gonna go around the town and start exploring the rest of Bhuj. So let's get started. Been a while since I had such a peaceful darshan at the Mahadev temple. It was so nice because it's around 11 a.m. so there's nobody around here, but in the evening when I came yesterday it was quite packed as well. So that was a good decision to come here in the morning. So the next spot we are going to go to is along the same road. So this is just on the outside of the hotel, like the main road that goes there. And we're just cruising along this because I did this exploration last night in the quest for some dinner. Found like a whole bunch of eateries and some cool places to visit. So after this there's a simple small shopping mall, but it has a I Love Bhuj sign in there. So if the sun is in the right direction, I'll try to take a selfie. Because at night a lot of people wanted a picture with it, so didn't get the chance and wasn't getting good pictures with the darkness and stuff. So let's try to do that now. So this is the shopping mall where I was before. There are a couple of eateries over there, and this is the I Love Bhuj sign. So yesterday in the evening there were like, this parking space was packed. There were a whole lot of people, so I didn't get to take a selfie with this, but I don't remember whether the fountain was running or not. But either way, the sign is totally empty for us now, so let's take this opportunity and get some good selfies, and this looks like a good thumbnail shot as well, so might as well capture this. Hear that wind blast? This is a military area. That was an Air Force fighter jet, and I keep hearing them every once in a while. So this is a highly regulated airspace because next door we have our neighbors. This is Pakistan. That's why this is like, you see, there's another one. The air blast is very strong. That's how you figure out it's an Air Force jet and not a commercial airline. Okay, I think we have plenty of selfies with the I Love Bhuj sign, so time to move on. There isn't a whole lot to do inside this shopping complex. There's a D-Mart next door and a Reliance Trends and some fashion clothes kind of things and a bunch of eateries and ice cream shops. I think the first floor is only for chroma, so yesterday the escalators to go up top were also closed off, so didn't even get to explore that. Anyway, now we go to, there are some palaces and stuff and some lakes in here, so let's start exploring the actual monuments and the places of interest in the town of Bhuj. So just stumbled upon this board. It says Smrutivan Memorial Bhuj, go straight. So looks like an interesting place to explore. Let's go here first. So all that shop on the other side are the bunch of eateries. So there is like a whole collection of different sort of shops from all over India, so you can have different cuisines. So I broke my Gujarati diet yesterday to try some South Indian dosas. So there is a shop called Dosa House Express, and their food is really delicious and authentic. So if you're in the mood for some South Indian, 10 on 10 recommended. Anyway, let's keep going straight. We have about 8 kilometers of a journey. We'll be there in 15 minutes. And the name doesn't tell me much, but I'm guessing it's a monument of importance, so let's go learn more about it. Saw this really beautiful temple along the way. It's a Trimandir temple, so I'm guessing it should be the temple for Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh statues, deities in the same place. Let's go inside and find this as well. Looks really pretty, so I'm going to take a quick stop here. That is such a beautiful and grand temple. It's my first time inside a Tri Mandir. I've seen a couple along this ride so far in Gujarat, but never had a chance to go inside. This one, luckily, I managed to go in before the temples close here. I think it's the same principle, 1 to 4 or 1 to 3, something like that. All temples would close. So, got lucky, went inside, got the blessings. Now we'll be on our way to that memorial site. Alright, so made it to the premises of the Smrutivan Memorial. So, it turns out it's an earthquake museum. The entry ticket for the museum is 300 rupees, which we are going to get at the entrance of the museum. At the checkpoint behind me, I paid 40 rupees, 20 rupees for the entrance to the premises and 20 rupees for parking up ahead. You have to drive 1 kilometer to get to the parking for that. And there's also a sunset point here, so I can use the same entry ticket later in the evening to come back and watch the sunset, which is pretty cool. So let's go check out the museum. I asked the guard at the entrance here, why is the entrance ticket relatively expensive? And he said this is the best in the whole of Gujarat. So let's check it out. Alright, so found parking. Unfortunately, it's an open parking in extreme heat. So that's the only choice. Even the cars are parked out here. So I found myself a secluded spot. Now let's go grab ourselves museum ticket, and I think that is the wall that we might have to climb later to check out the sunset. We'll figure that out later in the evening. But for now, it's my first time visiting an earthquake museum. Actually, I have no idea what to expect inside. So let's go learn more about what's it here and what makes this museum so special.
Gondwana, Laurentia, Baltica बने। उनमें पहले भी हलचल होती थी और भविष्य में भी होगी। निरंतर परिवर्तन कर उसे नवीन रूप देते रहते हैं। गुजरात में सब झेला है। से उभरा और उसमें समाता रहा। समय के साथ जमीन के अंदर इस भूकंप ने इस इलाके को हमेशा के लिए बदल दिया।
Alright, so spent nearly 2 hours inside, and camera isn't allowed in the entire premises here. You can use your phone to do whatever, but that's okay. No cameras of any kind, so have to use my phone. Inside the exhibits, they have like 7 big exhibits, so that was really interesting. You keep going between halls, so it's like a cascade staircase. I might have some clips for the shorts, so you can see that. And in the cascade, you go 2 exhibits on each floor, and then you keep climbing. So it takes net 2 hours to see everything. And then I was chit-chatting with the staff. So now it's 4:30 p.m. There's also a hill up top. It's called Bhujiyo Hill, and you see sunset from there. So again, cannot use a camera on the premises, so have to use my phone for that. So probably not going to be able to make a time lapse for it because I don't have the mount for the phone. But we might hide here or go back to the room for a little bit, come back again. Still have to figure out what I want to do because they have a golf cart here that you can take. It takes 45 minutes to climb that way, or you can walk up. With a golf cart it takes 100 rupees per person, or you can climb manually and it takes 45 minutes to do that. So I'm thinking maybe come back here around 6 p.m. We'll be up at the summit by 6:45ish, and we could enjoy sunset and breeze from up there and then go back home. So not really sure if I want to go to a lake and check it out, or just go back home and rest. Still have to figure it out. Let's get to the parking first. But oh yeah, inside the cool thing about this place is the largest museum in India, largest memorial, and they have the largest earthquake simulator in the whole of Asia. So aside from the exhibits, that was the interesting bit, and they have a lot of immersive exhibits, which was really cool to experience. So it's a bit on the pricier side, and it's sad that they don't allow vlogging with a camera inside, but you can use your mobile phone and do whatever you want, so it more than makes up for it. So that building is the museum, so behind that is the entrance, and you see those white canopy like things, that's the sun cover. So you keep climbing up over the cascades, and somewhere over there should be the sunset point. So I'm thinking just walk around a little bit, find a shop or a shopping mall, go inside, enjoy an air-conditioned evening, because it's 4:45 p.m. If I go back to the hotel, it takes 20 minutes to go, 20 minutes to come back, so it's a waste of time that way. Might as well just stay here. It's like 5 p.m. nearly. So there's a business park up front. I'll see if there's a place to hide over there for a little bit, and then we'll be back, because there isn't much of a tree shade out here. So spoke to guard bhaiya at the checkpost behind me, and he gave me really nice advice. So climbing up the trek isn't very long, but it's a forested area. So he said we can have a nice walk in the forest, you know, take it nice and slow. We'll get up there by 6 p.m. so you can enjoy a lot of time for the sunset, which is a nice idea, because outside anywhere I don't see a whole lot to do anyway. So he says grab your Activa, go to the other parking, so you save 1 kilometer that way, and from there is a canteen, so you can grab some snacks if you want to, and then start hiking, and then you'll get up to the summit and then wait for the sunset. I like this plan, so let's do it this way. Alright, so learned a whole lot about this place from guard bhaiya. Absolutely no using of any camera of any kind other than the phone. The penalty is very high, so I'm not gonna risk it at all. It's a full forested area, so there's gonna be a lot of tree shade, which is nice. Everybody says it takes about 40-45 minutes, 2.5 kilometers to go up approximately, and more or less the same to come down. And at the entrance you have a canteen, a washroom, water cooler, so replenish everything, because of course this is a forest, so up top you're not going to find anything. But the cool thing is that it's all like a tile, properly made path, and he says only follow the big path. There's going to be smaller treks, different places, don't go after them, just follow the bigger main path. So we're gonna keep at path like this and keep going up, and hopefully by, it's 5 p.m. now, so by 6 p.m. nice and easy, we're gonna take a bunch of breaks and we're gonna get up there. We're gonna directly enjoy the sunset, so that's okay. And their no camera policy is so strict that apparently in this entire 400 something acre area they have a letter from the government stating it's a no camera policy throughout campus. So phones are fine, do whatever with the phone, absolutely no cameras of any kind. So much so that even the press team they're not allowed to bring the cameras inside unless they have a written permission from the higher ranking government officials. So which is interesting. I kept asking, like, is it because it's a defense area, or you have some specific exhibits that is a matter of national security or something? Never got a straight up answer, but it's just the policy of this place. So at least here is nice and quiet, so even if I'm using my phone, I'm hoping that the vlog is gonna be reasonable, like the good old days when I used to use my phone before upgrading to a GoPro. So they have CCTV cameras all along the trekking path as well. So anyway, just gonna enjoy a nice and peaceful walk. At least the elevation climb is not that steep, which I'm seeing is good for the common public, so even they can enjoy nice and peaceful stroll in the garden kind of trek, and eventually you'll get up top. I think I figured why the route is so well maintained and all tiled up and stuff is because the same route is used by the golf cart to go all the way up to the sunset point as well, for those who pay and board it. So, and there's a pause point, so maybe it says there's a restroom and stuff here, but that bhaiya said downstairs there's nothing along the way. You just keep going until the sunset point. So I'm just gonna follow that advice anyways. I replenished and freshened up at the start of the trek, so I'm good. Does look like there's some trash cans, but that's about it. And there's no people right now, Either they are at the museum or they will come directly at a later point for the sunset thingy to see the sunset. But right now I have the whole trail to myself. And while we are enjoying a nice evening stroll up the mountain, this is Bhujiyo hill, by the way. I think this is the highest hill of Bhuj, so that's why it's a nice sunset area. I'm not sure if you see the sunset from the lakes, but we're gonna visit the lake some other point anyway. There are two palaces that I'm gonna skip because they have the same no camera policy, so it's kind of pointless because it destroys the vlog that way. But yeah, about this museum thingy, they have 7 galleries or exhibits, whatever you want to call it, and they are very nice because they tell you all the way from how the tectonic activity happened, how the world looks like the way it does today. And then also in 2001 there was a 7 point something Richter scale earthquake that destroyed quite a big population of Bhuj. 13,000 dead, 167k injured, lots of loss of property and stuff, infrastructure and things. So this basically, they have immersive exhibits that tell you the story of how life evolved after that, how government agencies came together, how Bhuj looks like the way it does today. So it's a nice learning experience how things happened, how everything came together, and even the countries from allies from around the world came together to provide aid and help rebuild this place. So it was a nice learning, immersive learning experience that way. So yeah, I'd say it's worth it. And then other than that, there's a Swaminarayan temple here which you could visit. I already did 2 temples, so I skipped that. But that and the lakes, that's pretty much like in the locale of Bhuj. And if you're not very keen on vlogging and stuff, you can even go to the 2 palaces. There's a Prag Mahal and some other Mahal, forgot the name for that. So we are starting to see the aerial view of the entire town of Bhuj, and we are almost approaching the summit. It's now going zigzag like this, and somewhere there probably would be the sunset viewpoint. So I'm taking a short break and enjoying the nice views from here. And the wind is starting to blow a little bit, so also kind of trying to cool down along the way. It's a very nice and easy trek. I'm really enjoying it. Just some birds, a little bit of heat, and very little elevation gain. So all in all, pretty easy. So we have made it to the highest point. This is where we're going to enjoy the sunset from. There's a furry friend here, and not going to be able to vlog too much from here because I don't have access to my mic and it's very windy. But enjoy the sunset and the city views. See you again the next time.